So I got this lovely card from my husband that says, I look up at you with love and affection. That's really awesome. My husband thinks of me that way, and I'm very honored and grateful. But I wasn't always a good partner like that. In fact, I used to yell at him for no reason because I was in so much pain due to my health failings back in 2015 and 2018. I printed out something for you guys because I thought it's important that I give you real information. So I've been logging my health progress since 2015. And this is a little bullet point. So in 2015, I was in so much pain from flare-ups of my skin and severe back pain and joint and muscle pains. I used to get easily sprained and wore ankle support and wrist support a lot of times. So I was in a pretty rough spot, and because I was in so much pain, every little thing will just tick me. So I would yell at my husband for no good reasons. But how did I turn that around? Getting a love letter like this from my husband. So today we're going to talk about how I turned it around so you can do the same thing. So at the core of it, it's the connection between gut health and pain and inflammation. So let's look into it a little bit. So when your gut health is not good, when your gut health is compromised, what happens is that has tendency to raise inflammation in the body. So if you have just joined, I'm going over the inflammation, pain, and gut health connection. If you have questions or comments, just leave them as they come up to your mind. Leave them in the chat room so I can answer them for you as you go. So let me give you the premise again. So when your gut health is, gut health is compromised, it tends to raise inflammation in the body chronically. Inflammation in small doses is natural. It comes and goes because it protects you that way. But when you're, but when you're in chronic inflammation because your gut health is not healthy, you get what's called leaky gut, and there's a thin lining of your gut that protects what needs to stay inside of the gut and what needs to stay outside of the gut. But when you have leaky gut, you have tendency to, your inflammation might go higher and it becomes chronic. When you have chronic inflammation, you have a lot of pain in your body. It could be your stomach pain, it could be joint and muscle pain, back pain. It could manifest in many different ways depending on your genetic propensity. That's a hard word for me. Genetic propensity. For me, it was mainly skin flare-ups and joint and muscle pains. For my mother, it was severe back pain. So how does gut health get compromised? It could come from many different things. So it's all based on the science, epigenetics. So why is gut health important? And how does gut health affect your overall health is this. It's the circle of wellness here. It's your genes is inside of you, and that's you, and that's the environment. So epigenetics means, epi means above. Genes don't determine your health. You're above your genes. What you do changes the expression of your genes. So when your gut health is well, by eating good foods and taking out highly inflammatory foods, you can actually change your genetic expression, meaning that you can get healthier. One proof that your genes don't determine your health, you do, is You might find it hard to believe, but I was one of the fattest girls when I was in middle school. I was actually the third fattest person in school. That was about 2,000 students in the school. So, so now I look like this, right? So it's your genes don't determine your health. Your your genetic propensity can be changed by what you eat. Also, in 2018, when my health derailed, I found the most interesting thing. If you just have joined, make sure you leave the comments, or if you have questions, just type them as you have the comments, or if they come up later, type them, just leave the comments below this video. I may make a video about it if you get lucky. So what's important is one of the things, the easiest ways to lower chronic inflammation in the body, I believe, is foods that you consume and what you don't eat. But the other important part that I missed from when my health derailed in 2018, I had lupus-like symptoms. I was so exhausted and tired. And that's another time that I yelled at my husband for no reason, because I was seriously in pain when I woke up, and it was really hard for me to even getting out of the bed. And I was exhausted by just walking from downstairs to upstairs. And my brain fog was so bad, I couldn't really think straight. So that's another time that I yelled at my husband a lot for no reason, but not anymore. So in 2018, from 2015 to 2018, I did what's called Anti-Inflammatory Diet, or autoimmune protocol, that you take out foods that causes inflammation in the body and add food that supports your gut health, such as probiotics and probiotic food as kimchi, and a lot of other stuff that I cannot really discuss in depth in this. But what happened in 2018 is really interesting, because I was eating so clean, yet I got so sick. In the course of 4 months, when I got so sick that in 2018, I even stopped drinking over the weekend. I didn't even know I could live without binge drinking over the weekends, because that's how I relieved my stress. But I was so tired and I felt like drunk already, so I didn't want to drink. That's how sick I was. But I did that for 4 months, and it didn't move the needle. And here it gets very, very interesting. Inflammation again. So what causes inflammation? One of the causation of inflammation or correlation is, okay, your genes here, you're there, your food is here, right? So what goes into you is very important. But your perception of the world, this little line here, your perception of the world, meaning what's running in your background. So if you're worried about hypervigilance about healthy food, prolonged time, that it can actually raise inflammation, because your immune system is on high alert that it never gets time to rest. But think about how your digestion goes crazy if you have an argument with someone that you love, or even with your coworkers and even stranger. Your oral digestive energy, just all energy in your body goes to legs and arms, because you're in fight or flight mode. So it's good when you have that, when you need it. But if you're stuck there, you're not thinking this out. But if you're stuck there subconsciously, what happens is that it raises the inflammation and your immune system never gets relaxed. So again, that puts you in a really terrible circle of, you have inflammation, you get pain. To relieve the pain, you're eating something that you don't desire to eat. I've done that many times. And your gut health gets compromised, and you're getting stuck in a vicious cycle. If you feel like you're on hold on your life, That's why, because you are on hold on your life. Your feeling is precise. So I have, to help you guys out, I have something for you. You can go to my website, hungrygopher.com. That's right here, and download top 3 Korean anti-inflammatory recipes. You can find it in the description box below this video where you are watching it. And if it's helpful to you, or if this makes sense, does this even make sense? I hope it does. So go download it so you can love the flavor and heal your gut. So download top 3 Korean anti-inflammatory recipes. Find the link in the description box below, or go to my website, hungrygopher.com. And I'm preparing something very fun event for you to dive in depth of this information. So sign up to my newsletter and you get weekly, well, when you download that top 3 Korean anti-inflammatory recipes, you get weekly updates from me for free. That way I can keep you posted. So if you have any questions or any comments, or if this makes sense to you, if this is helpful to you, leave a comment in the comment section so I know this is helpful to you. And that's it. That's a wrap for today. And thanks for joining me. It's so good to have you guys.